This video is sponsored by King's Comics.
おめでとう才能の原石どもよ
Blue Lock is about soccer, but it's soccer like you've never seen before, inverting the fundamental sports anime concept of teamwork. Blue Lock is a story that's less the beautiful game, more a sports deathmatch turned up to 11. Blue Lock is what happens when you cross Lord of the Flies with Squid Game with soccer. And it's done in the most self-aware, stylized, mad over-the-top anime way you can possibly imagine. While many successful sports anime series rely on familiar tropes like the power of friendship, Blue Lock is all about the power of unbridled selfishness and individualism. This fresh take made it the highest selling manga of 2023, surpassing heavy hitters like Jujutsu Kaisen and One Piece. With the second season of the Blue Lock anime on the horizon, a new film is being released to welcome newcomers to the franchise, and to let existing fans of this high-octane, outrageous and over-the-top soccer phenomenon relive the thrill ride from the fresh perspective of fan-favourite character Seishiro Nagi. Now let's dive into the crazy world of Blue Lock and kick some goals with the upcoming film, Blue Lock the Movie, Episode Nagi. Welcome to Gateway to Anime. We help people discover the best new anime and also deep dive into the classics. If that sounds good? Hit like and subscribe for more. If you're completely new to Blue Lock or just need to catch up before the new film, we've got you sorted. Here's everything you need to know about Blue Lock.
俺はエゴ・ジンパチ日本をワールドカップ優勝させるために雇われた人間だ
Jinpachi Ego has a borderline insane strategy to help Japan win the Soccer World Cup. He intends to engineer the world's best striker by pitting them all against each other. After years of shameful defeat, the Japanese Football Union agrees to fund his bizarre vision. The result is the Blue Lock Project. Ego believes that all great World Cup winning nations have one thing in common: a purely egotistical and selfish striker who cares for nothing else in the world outside of scoring goals. He believes that any striker who prioritizes teamwork is inherently second-rate, and one who will never be the world's greatest. The participants of Blue Lock must relearn the game from the ground up, indulging and feeding their egos to become the best striker in the world. Each athlete must choose if they're willing to abandon their lives for a chance at glory. Those who choose glory are welcomed to an imposing brutalist structure. The Blue Lock facility is shaped like a pentagon, tall as a skyscraper, with 5 distinct sections. Within its walls are various state-of-the-art training facilities, canteens, gyms and living quarters. And at its center, Blue Lock's Field of Dreams. The trials will expose those not up to standard and send them packing one by one. But to add even more stakes, any player who is eliminated from Blue Lock, no matter how good, will never be eligible to play for Japan. It's dog eat dog, with everything on the line. Throughout the first season, we follow Yoichi Isagi. Isagi is an underdog who initially presents as a peacemaker among the massive egos of Blue Lock. But despite his average performance and meek exterior, he hides unbridled potential. Meguru Bachira is a sleepy, whimsical and eccentric guy with a monster inside of him, and he recognizes a similar monster within Isagi as well. He's an elite dribbler who plays with flair that makes his play almost impossible to read. Hayama Chigiri is a lightning-fast prodigy on the bounce back from an ACL injury. Through his training at the facility, he begins to regain confidence in his body and to once again believe in his dreams. Rensuke Kunigami is a hot-blooded, passionate, but ultimately moralistic player. He dreams of being a football superhero, and is the pseudo-big brother figure of the group. He has an incredible physique, and is one of the most physically gifted players in Blue Lock. Shohei King Barrow strives to be the #1 player on the field at all times. Even for Blue Lock standards, he is incredibly selfish. He is arrogant and imperious due to his formidable natural talent. Itoshi Rin is one of the hardest working and most gifted players in the Blue Lock project, yet he lives in the shadow of his older brother, who is widely considered to be the best player in Japan. He's cold, aloof, and dedicated to surpassing his brother at all costs. Mikage Reo is a quintessential spoiled rich kid. He excels at almost everything he puts his mind to. However, his one true passion is to win the World Cup for Japan. He is a charismatic, sharp-witted, and intelligent person who uses strategy and intellect to his advantage as a player. Seishiro Nagi may be the most naturally gifted person in Blue Lock, yet he couldn't care less. Despite harboring incredible talent, he's reluctant and apathetic, right up until he's not. It's Sashiro Nagi's journey that we'll be following in the new film. Nagi is lazy and disinterested, with little motivation outside of playing video games and staving off boredom. It's Reo who first discovered Nagi's innate genius with soccer, and it is through Reo that Nagi comes to be involved in Blue Lock. Over the course of the Blue Lock experiment, Nagi will be forced to find his passion for the game, or to let his innate talent go to waste. Much of this motivation comes with his interactions with the inspiring athletes in Blue Lock, including series protagonist Yoichi Asagi. This movie is essentially a retelling of the first season through the eyes of Nagi. While it may be treading familiar ground, our hope is that this fresh perspective will offer fans a way to relive the excitement all over again, and help new fans catch up before Season 2. This could also be an opportunity to correct some of the shortcomings of Season 1. While the storytelling and world building was excellent, the animation itself received criticism, particularly for its reliance on subpar CGI. While CGI has become a common tool for animation and can work well when integrated effectively, it's become a sore point for many anime fans after some truly abysmal failures. Our hope is that this new film will offer a cinematic retelling of the series with animation worthy of the silver screen. And with fan favourite Nagi as the protagonist, we're also hoping to hear more about his backstory and get a fresh perspective on the Blue Lock project. As a sports anime, Blue Lock is a unique series. It's not trying to be Haikyuu or Slam Dunk or Ace of the Diamond. It's doing something incredibly different. It's self-aware, leaning into the silliness and intensity of its deathmatch genre elements. It visualizes individual player moments, similarly to how shonen anime does with its power systems, with players growing like they're in Naruto or DBZ. But it abandons one of the more common shonen tropes of the power of friendship. It's a sports series where teamwork is considered a sign of weakness. Not only that, it also focuses on something which is not often celebrated or acknowledged, that being the pursuit of creativity as an inherently selfish and solitary journey. Ultimately, Blue Lock is about creativity and sacrificing everything else in service to that quest. The players are encouraged to create a 1 out of a 0, and no one can do that by preserving the status quo. One must break free from the mold imposed by the rest of society to truly achieve freedom, originality, and creativity. Blue Lock does this with a level of anime earnestness that needs to be seen to be believed. As a premise, it's ridiculous. And yet as a show, it's brilliantly refreshing. The sports anime none of us knew we needed. Please don't go into this film expecting realism or hard-hitting emotional character studies. This is a soccer deathmatch film. But the series prioritized fun and excitement, so I am hyped for how good this electrifying experience might be in a cinema environment. Blue Lock was the highest selling manga of last year. You can find out what makes this manga so special by visiting this video's sponsor. King's Comics is an award-winning comic retailer in the heart of Sydney. They have a huge selection of manga to browse through, including the best-selling Blue Lock series. They keep their shelves fully stocked with the hottest new manga titles and the freshest new volumes of your favourite series. They've also got an extensive back catalogue of discounted manga, some of which is discounted and out of print, so you might find some rare titles that you can't get anywhere else. Beyond manga, King's Comics stock a huge range of comics, collectibles, and pop culture goodies. And if you can't make it into their store, their website is fully stocked and ships internationally. Thanks to King's Comics, you can get 10% off an online order using the discount code GATEWAY2ANIME. Thanks so much to King's Comics for sponsoring this video and supporting our channel. Visit their store in Sydney to get a hands-on experience of the incredible Blue Lock manga. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you want more from Gateway to Anime, you can find us on TikTok and Instagram. If you want even more from us, we have exclusive video and behind-the-scenes content on our Patreon. Whether you're new to Blue Lock or a die-hard fan, head into the cinema and check out Blue Lock the movie, episode Nagi.